Clay Smith, who is in with us today, and we see that picture, Clay, out there. It's cold, but we're seeing some sunshine, and you know what? I'm not jealous of them in that snow right now.
Yeah, it's nice to see the sun again, Latrice. It feels like it's been a while. Again, we had a few peaks yesterday, but it wasn't really anything to write home about. Today, still got those wispy clouds out there, but some blue peeking through, and it looks softly sunny out there off of Walnut Avenue at North Georgia Toyota. So nice to see the sunshine. Very refreshing after it's been just a dreary start to December so far. Things are quiet. You can see some of that cloud cover streaming in from the west, high pressure building in, and all in all, it's going to be a nice day. Chilly, but sunny. So we'll take it. 44 right now in Chattanooga, 41 in Blue Ridge, 38 in Altamont. So we're not going to warm up a whole lot more, but some areas will make a run towards 50 degrees, and then we drop back off into the 30s overnight. Clear skies, sunset 5:29, so we're still losing just a little bit of daylight, and we'll continue to do so until the winter solstice coming up here in just under 2 weeks, and then we start to gain that daylight back. So that's something to look forward to. But again, if you're going out and about today, no issues weather-wise, sunshine. Get out there and enjoy it. Tonight will be chilly, but it looks like it's going to be relatively quiet. Not expecting any fog tomorrow morning. But as we get up, you'll notice some clouds increase, and probably going to be a pretty nice sunrise out there with some of these mid-level clouds moving in. Maybe, just maybe, a sprinkle or two in the morning. But, you know, honestly, I doubt it. It looks like this is going to be a pretty dry system. It is going to be windy, though. We're going to have a pretty strong low pressure tracking across the Great Lakes. That's going to lead to a very tight pressure gradient. When that happens, we get these strong non-thunderstorm winds, gusting upwards of 30, maybe even 40 miles per hour, beginning tomorrow, continuing into the afternoon. So if you have those Christmas inflatables out, you definitely want to make sure they're anchored down tomorrow. They're going to be blowing all over the place. The winds will gradually start to die down during the overnight hours, but tomorrow, that's kind of going to be our main thing. It's going to be a little bit warmer, but very windy, with, again, those gusts upwards of 40 miles per hour. And then we'll turn our attention to Sunday, Monday time frame. It looks like we are going to have more cold air trying to spill in across the lower 48, and it may just make it to the Tennessee Valley, which would send our highs into the 40s, lows in the 20s, and maybe even the teens in some of the higher elevations. But again, the model consensus on this has kind of been pretty bad so far. At one point, it looked like the cold air was coming Saturday, but now it's starting to push back, which isn't unusual. Sometimes this Arctic air is tough for these models to track. So as we take a look at the latest, again, this is new data coming in. Notice your timestamp. This is this upcoming Sunday, roughly 8:27. That cold air spills across the upper Midwest. Look at that, Omaha. That's not a wind chill. That's an actual temperature, -4. 35 here in Chattanooga. That cold air should start to move in throughout the day on Sunday. Again, the timing of this may shift around a little bit, but then it dives down Monday morning. That's when we could be at our coldest. Look at that, potentially in the teens here in Chattanooga, maybe some single digits across Ohio, Indiana, and temperatures getting into the 30s all the way down to the Gulf. So this surge of cold air, it may be short-lived, but it could pack a punch if it gets this far to the south, which I think it will. So you can expect a pretty decent little cool down early next week and late this weekend. But today, not too bad. We'll have some sunshine, almost 50 degrees. And then tonight, we're going to drop back into, I would say, the mid-30s. The wind should pick up a little bit, which will keep those temperatures from dropping too much, but still going to be a chilly night. Some areas like Murphy and Blue Ridge could potentially drop back below freezing. But as we look at your Storm Alert 7-day forecast, really no major complaints. Windy tomorrow, a little bit chilly on Thursday. But Friday, again, share your Christmas. Latrice, we're going to be pushing 60 during the afternoon. Not too bad.